Have a look now at a couple more slightly more difficult expansions, but still relative to some of the questions that they could set, still a nice easy question to do because it's just a basic expansion. In the exam questions they ask you to do a few twists and turns which make the question a bit more difficult. But as it stands, this is not too bad. What we've got is 2x, this time minus 1, all raised to a power 4. I've changed it to a power 4 this time. Let's expand it. So you take the first term, 2x, you put it in a bracket and it's going to be power 4. That's the first term. Plus, the second term will be 4 choose 1. Then you take the 2x, put it in a bracket and the power goes down from 4 to a 3. Now, don't forget, it's a minus 1 the second term, so put that in a bracket, power 1. Plus, 4 choose 2. The 2x in a bracket now falls to a power 2 and the minus 1 raises to power 2. Plus 4 choose 3, the 2x now falls to a power 1 and the minus 1 raises to a power 3. Plus the x's now fall to a power 0, so you don't need to put them in because power 0 is just 1 if you think about it, so you multiply by 1, so we don't put them in. And we're just going to get the minus 1 in a bracket to a power 4. That's the basic expansion. Let's just tally it up. So we get 2x all to the power 4. 2 to the 4 is 16 and x to the 4. This one here, I think we'll get a colour out to help us again. We've got 4 choose 1, that's 4. And then 2x, if you cube it, so I'm timesing by, 2 cubed is 8, and then x cubed. Now be careful, minus 1 to the 1 means you're timesing by a minus 1. So what I've got is a 4 times 8 is 32, times minus 1 is minus 32. Minus 32, and then it's x cubed. So I've got that. Next I've got 4 choose 2. 4 choose 2 is 4 by 3 over 2 by 1. 4 by 3 is 12, divided by 2, 6. So that is 6. 2x squared is 4x squared. So 2x all squared is 4x squared. And then don't forget about this, minus 1 when you square it actually becomes a positive 1. So this time we're going to get a positive answer, not a negative. It's alternating signs again, it's one of these alternating sign questions. 6 by 4 by 1 is 24 and we have x squareds. Next we've got 4 choose 3, well that is just 4 because it's the same as 4 choose 1. Then 2x to the 1 just means times 2x. And then minus 1, if you cube it, you actually get another minus 1. So we get 4 times 2x times minus 1. Well, you're going to get a minus 8x for that. So it's alternated back to a minus sign. And then finally, a minus 1 to the power 4 is a positive 1. There you go. There's the expansion in this case. We've got the alternating signs, which we expected because of that minus sign. But because we've got a 2 there, we do not have a symmetry of coefficients for the final expansion. Okay, next one on this short video, I'll do 1 minus 2x to the power 10. Now, if I was to do the full expansion here, this would take a long time and it would fill up the board. I'd probably run out of space and I'd have to rub off the top one. What I'm going to do, this is what they normally do in the exam. They quite often give you a big number as a power. They'll ask you for something like the first 4 terms or the first 5 terms, something like that. So the first 5 terms only. Okay? So this is what we're going to do. It's going to be equal to, first term, it's 1 to the power 10 plus, and then you have 10, choose 1, 1 to the power 9, and then you have the minus 2x, put it in a bracket, to a power 1. So that's 2 terms. I need 3 more terms. Plus, it'll be 10 choose 2, 1 to the 8, and then minus 2x in a bracket raised to a power 2. That's 3 terms. Plus, then you'll have 10 choose 3, 1 to the 7, and then it'll be minus 2x all cubed. That's 4 terms, and then the last term is 10 choose 4, 1 to the 6, minus 2x to the power 4. And then plus dot 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 dot. That's all you need to do, put plus dot 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 for the rest of them. Okay, hopefully we can see what these work out to be at the bottom of the screen. 1 to the 10 is just 1. Now, calculator, Sorry, no calculator allowed, we do it in our head, sorry. 10 choose 1 is just 10. 1 to the 9 is 1. Minus 2x to the 1 means minus 2x. So 10 times 1 times minus 2x, that's minus 20x. Then we've got 10 choose 2. Right, let's work that out. 10 by 9 over 2 by 1. 10 by 9 is 90. Share by 2, it's 45. So that's 45. Times by 1 to the 8 is 1. Now minus 2x, if you square it, you are going to get a positive 4x squared. So all of these are positives. So we now alternate back to a positive sign again, not unexpected because we have a minus in the bracket there. And 45 times 1 times 4. Well, 45 times 4, that's 90, 180. So we're going to get 180 x squareds for the third term. Fourth term, getting a bit harder now. Perhaps I'll do the calculation over here because I'm running out of space really. 10 choose 3 is 10 by 9 by 8 over 3 by 2 by 1. Now that's not a nice calculation, but we can cancel. So 3 into 9 3 times and 2 into 8 goes 4 times. So on the bottom line we've just got 1 times 1 times 1, which is 1. On the top line I've got 4, that's a 4 there. 4 times 3 is 12. 12 times 10 is 120. So that thing there is 120. Times by 1 to the 7 is just 1. And then multiply by minus 2x all cubed. So we're multiplying by, I put it in a bracket, it's minus 8x cubed. So, what have we got then? Well, we've got a positive, positive, negative. So it's flipped back to minus again. And then 120 times 1 times 8. Well, 100 times 8 is 800, 20 times 8 is 160, so 800 plus 160 is 960 x cubes. That's that one. Now we come on to 10 choose 4. I'll do this at the side over here. 10 choose 4 is 10 by 9 by 8 by 7 over 4 by 3 by 2 by 1. A bit of cancelling. What I'll do is I'll say 4 and 2 give 8 on the bottom, 4 times 2, and they cancel the 8 on the top. Then I'll say that 3 goes into 9 3 times. Everything on the bottom now is a 1, so we've got everything cancelled from the bottom. So we've got 7 times 3, times obviously the 1. 7 times 1 times 3 is 21, times 10, that's 210. So this last 10 choose 4 is 210. Times by 1 to the 6 is just 1, times by a negative to a power 4, well that's a positive, and then 2x to the power 4 is 16x to the 4. So let's see if we can work this through. It's a positive again now. 210 times by 16. Okay, well it's not very nice, especially since we haven't got a calculator. So I'll do this at the side of the page. I've just got enough space to do this. 210 times 16. If you times 210 by 10, you get 2,100. That's times in 210 by 10. So I'm now going to work out what 210 times 6 is. 0 times 6 is 0, 1 times 6 is 6, 2 times 6 is 12. So that's 10 lots of it there. That's 6 lots of it. So if you want 16 lots of 210, you add those two figures together. So that's what, 3,360. So we get 3,360, and we're talking about now x to the 4s. And then of course plus, and you need to put dot 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 dot. And that is a typical exam question. Perhaps that figure at the end there, that was slightly harder than you're likely to get in an exam, to be honest, because you've got no calculator. But it is the sort of question you can expect to get, where they give you quite a nasty expansion to say power 10 or even a bigger power than that, and just ask you to work out the first 4, 5 or 6 terms. Okay, that's the end of this short video. In the next video we're going to start looking at typical exam style questions that they may ask you.